Because you can't drink and talk at the same time.
Leave the conversation to us and order another beer.
You're listening to Texas's live
Midday
beer-centric show, Liquid Lunch.
Liquid Lunch.
With producer Perry,
Kennedy and Schaumburg. Here are your hosts,
Catherine Contreras,
and Josh Stewart.
Hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hooray for beer!
Welcome in, everybody. Ooh, why is that so distorted? Weird.
It is weird.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
the audio feed, everybody. Welcome in. Glad everybody's here. Welcome to another Thursday. Liquid Lunch live. We're live. It's a special St. Paddy's Day episode. As you can see, we're decked out in green.
There's green all over the place.
You're green with envy as I look into your soul, as I look directly. Come back to me,
yes.
into the camera.
Oh, there you go.
Welcome, everybody, to Liquid Lunch. Today, you heard the intro. About half our, three-fifths of our team out of action today.
It's okay.
Schaumburg is on assignment. And then we got a couple of injuries, a couple late scratches. So, like, legit.
It's okay.
It is okay. It's fine. It's
I mean,
fine.
if we learned anything, we can do this with a bare minimum.
That's true. And Epic Graphics. Show that Epic St. Paddy's Day. Am I throwing you off now?
Oh, no, not at all.
Look at that. St. Paddy's Day special edition today, everybody. Hope
Yes.
everybody has got big plans to celebrate tomorrow.
I hope everybody's feeling festive.
Yeah. Looking at that graphic, though, you like that graphic?
It's
You take a lot of pride in that graphic?
it's festive.
It's
It's
super, yeah. Like
it's St. Paddy's Day worthy, right?
yeah. So, yeah. Well, no, of course, a lot of green. Yeah, you should. Oh,
Green all over the place today.
I should have taken the tag off my hat.
Oh,
Sorry, just looking at me.
like that. What's her face from Hee Haw? The lady who always had the tag on her hat.
Timely reference, but
Yeah.
yes, I get it. I don't remember.
I
her
remember
name.
her growing up.
Yes. Real quick, we got some open lines and some other stuff here on the show today. So if you want to call in, 713-678-0070. Let's do a real quick what you drinking because, I mean, when it's just the two of us, we got to resort to something, right?
And I am thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
All right, what are we drinking? You brought some stuff. I've got some stuff. But you got some stuff. We always make fun of your Tinder dates and whatnot, but you've been on with this most recent lass. I'm going to try to say as many.
Good.
You know.
I think you should.
Yeah, this latest lass, you've been
Yeah.
on numerous dates, right? Are we getting into double digits?
Oh,
Close?
Coming up on double digits. Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't come up too fast.
All right.
Take it slow. I'm just saying.
I'm taking it slow.
Yeah. So she took a trip to what can only be described as the Ireland of America, Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, not Boston or anything, but
That's true. There's that too.
there's Lafayette.
I would say that the mentality in Louisiana is probably similar to that of Ireland.
Oh,
Raging
yeah.
Cajuns,
Yeah,
fiery Irishmen,
Yeah, you're dead
Fighting
on there.
Irish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of
maybe.
lots of
Yeah, lots of drinking.
lots of drinking.
Yeah. So what'd you get?
Okay. Well,
Well,
start off. Okay, yeah, right here.
speaking of,
I forgot how cameras work. All right.
oh wait.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Anyway, Raging
Yeah,
Cajun.
wait.
Louisiana
We got
Ale.
somebody calling on the.
That's what we'll start off with.
Go caller. You're live on Liquid Lunch on the Drunk Dial line.
Oh, the drunk. I don't know that I'm there yet to the drunk siren, but I thought, it's Margie. I missed you guys.
Oh, Margie.
Hey, Margie.
From Wisconsicota. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. I've got rhubarb casserole in the stove. I've got,
Yummy.
I've got Frank taken care of. He's got a whole bucket of cheese. He's pretty happy
Oh.
right now.
Yeah.
And I just cracked a beer, so I thought that I'd call in for your segment and tell you what I'm drinking.
Oh, that's perfect. What are you drinking?
Well, so I made a friend in San Antonio, Texas.
Uh-huh.
And, I didn't make a friend. Frank made a friend. He met her on Tinder. And
Huh.
yeah, she's been sending him. She's so sweet. She messages him all the time and checks on him.
Uh-huh.
And we get sort of mail, and we got some beers. We got all sorts of stuff. But she's in a busted sandal. What is this? It's their El Robusto.
Oh, that's a good
It's
beer.
a porter.
Have you tried? What do you think?
Oh, it's getting me a little tipsy. I'm like 2 in, and I think that's probably my limit on these.
Oh, well,
But it is fantastic.
I bet it would go good with cheese. Like a
Anything that we have in this house has to go good with cheese, or it's not sitting in our fridge.
that's a starting point. It's a non-starter if it's not a cheese pair.
Oh yeah. And if you don't like cheese, you're not welcome in my house. Lactose intolerant people are the scum of the earth. I tell you. There's something genetically wrong.
Yeah, they're subhuman. You're intolerant of the lactose intolerant. So.
Oh yeah, I hate them. Mhm. Yeah.
Well, no lactose intolerant people on this end of the mic, Margie. So no fear. We're super tolerant. Matter of fact, we're pro lactose.
I
Oh
definitely
yeah,
am.
I researched that. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, big holiday coming up this weekend. St. Paddy's Day is tomorrow. Do you have any plans?
Y'all celebrate that?
Well, yeah. I mean, look at us. We're super pale. It's kind of the only thing we got.
Well, I just don't understand. I mean, that's really weird. How do you know her?
She's a nice lass. Former neighbor. She's a former neighbor.
She's a former neighbor. Oh, she's my neighbor. That's so funny. What a small world. When we came up with St. Paddy's Day like 10 years ago, it's just because Patty's a gem. She does everything for everyone in the neighborhood. She, so we can send our husbands over there just so mad, and they come back real happy. And she's a saint,
Yeah.
So we celebrate her. We send all our husbands and all our beer over to Patty's house.
Goodness.
Every year, yeah.
Wow, your husband, Frank, right? He seems like a lucky guy.
Yeah,
a lot
I'd
of
say
friends.
Frank's a lucky man.
Oh, he is a lucky guy. Look at who he married,
That's true. That's true. Friendly guy too.
Oh,
Friendly,
yeah.
How does he?
Oh, yeah.
How does he make friends? How do you like? I don't know. What's his secret? He just seems to be like. Does he read like, books on like character building and that sort of thing?
Or does he make his friends on Tinder?
Yeah, she said Tinder. So that was the one, right?
Tinder, Halo, Craigslist, Frank's hung like a horse. So, he just kind of meets a lot of people. He always said that was his best asset. And, it just works for you. I don't know how other people do it out there. But he's a people person. Okay. And, not really men, but lots of women, but he's just a women people person.
That's, Yeah. I know guys like that.
Yeah.
Frank's a real gem. That's a man named pun there.
He's not a Jim. My father's a Jim.
Oh.
You've got the whole thing confused. It's Frank's my husband, Jim's my dad, yeah.
Okay. Are there any other men in your life? You got a brother or nephews? Or...
Oh, yeah. I got six brothers, 17 nephews. I got this guy down at the penitentiary. We're pen pals. I got the guy at the butcher shop. We go out on Tuesdays, and I help, pick around on his meat and see what I want to bring home. And, that's probably about it. But I socialize a lot with a lot of the other women in the community, too.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay. Well, when you go help the butcher, what's your favorite cut of meat?
Oh, just the biggest thing he's got. It's, it doesn't really matter the cut for me. It's just, I just want a big old slab to stick inside my oven or my grill. So,
yeah.
I don't really discriminate.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Sticking right inside your, what else have you been cooking lately? Last time you were on, you were doing you were talking about your shower, like a lot of showering and cooking.
Oh, yeah, I'm still showering a bunch and cooking. I just cook around the clock. But It's casseroles. It's casserole city up here in Wiscondonia, and we just, if you can throw it into a casserole dish, then you're all good. So that's basically what I make all the time. I did kind of take y'all's advice and did some more beer baking and mixed up what I was putting in there, and we even sent one down to Frank's Little Tender Girl in San Antonio. So she said she loved it.
Oh, that's cool. What do? Do you freeze it and send it? How's casserole in the mail? How do you ship that?
Well, no, I mean when I say sent, I sent Frank down there.
Oh,
And then,
right, silly. So silly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
He said he was very worried about it tasting just perfect, so
Yeah.
he volunteered to drive it down. Yeah.
Man, that's big of him.
Yeah, that is
Big
nice.
of him. He's
No.
And you
guy.
got to hang back and hang out with the butcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hung out with the butcher. I, dropped by Paddy's house and just a lot of bacon. But I'm however Frank can be happy because, like I said, he's hung like a horse. So that's, I don't know if you know that means it's like having a big heart,
Yeah.
His
Big
heart's
heart.
just as big as a horse heart. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It means okay. There's some similar sayings down here in Texas. There are a lot of horses down here. So, but
Oh, that's so sweet. There's a ton of nice people there, I'm sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
mm-hmm. So
Oh, yeah. I heard that NBA players have big hearts, too.
Some of the biggest you'll find. Some of the biggest.
Yeah.
It's really it's uncanny.
Yeah, they're so giving.
They give a lot of their
I
time.
know, so charitable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all those guys just hung like horses. I mean, just big old
Well,
hearts.
that's so good. That girl in San Antonio, she's a Spurs silver dancer.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, That's cool. We'll look for her on TV. Are you a basketball fan yourself?
Oh, no. I don't do any sports except for curling.
Ah, yeah. Curling's a big. When's curling season start? Are we getting out of curling season?
Oh, we do it year-round. We've got indoor rinks. We've got places to – we basically don't stop curling.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, when you
Yeah.
have the passion for it, you got to keep. What position do you play in curling? Are you a pusher or a sweeper? Or what's your forte?
No, I don't play. I just sit in the stands. I bring the snacks. I bring the ice chest. And then I just kind of encourage everyone. I just, yell my best, push that thing down the thing with the stick. Yay. Like that. I do a lot of that. Yeah.
Well, if I curled, I would love to have you in the in my corner, in my audience. That would encourage me a
Oh,
lot.
Aren't you hung like a horse? That's so sweet. That's
No.
so sweet.
Yeah. My hope is that I am.
Yeah.
So, Well, Margie, do you real quick, since you're such an expert on casseroles, do you have any Irish-inspired casserole dishes? Anything along those, or maybe something that has green in it, or some sort of something like that?
Oh, well, honestly, the one that I sent down to San Antonio, I was trying to, get into the whole Tex-Mex vibe. And so I loaded that baby down with cilantro. And I did like an enchilada casserole.
Oh, that sounds good.
But it's probably better than anything they've had in Texas because down in Texas, the cheese sucks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just
So,
yeah.
yeah.
We don't have the
So
cheese game that you guys have. So
You do?
no, we don't. I wish we did. That's why.
I hear you're talking about our cheese game. We play it like every Tuesday and Friday. The whole neighborhood comes over. We play a big cheese game.
Oh, there's an actual cheese game. Oh,
Oh, yeah, it's a board game. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is there a certain bowl that everybody puts their keys in when they come over to play the cheese game?
That's very offensive up here. We don't talk about putting our cheese all together.
okay.
No.
Yeah,
If-
that's super offensive.
Kennedy, that was
I'm sorry. I
kinda
tend to do
You
that.
should probably say you're sorry.
I'm sorry. Please. I'm sorry.
Thank
I'll
you.
I'll never say that
Thank
again.
you.
All right, Margie.
I'm pretty shook up.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, Margie, I'm sorry about that. We'll tell you what. We'll let you get back to some baking, and
Okay.
maybe just go. What's your favorite cheese? Like what's a favorite like sad time cheese that makes you happy?
Oh man, Gouda makes me sadder, but sometimes when I'm already sad, I like to be more sad. So you just get it all out. So I think I'm gonna just go make some Gouda. Yeah, yeah.
All right, go get yourself some Gouda. Maybe follow that up a little later with maybe a sharp cheddar or something. Hopefully that'll lift your spirits.
Okay, thank you guys.
All right, Margie from Wisconsicota.
Thanks, Margie.
You can call in anytime. We love you.
Okay, bye bye.
All right, Margie. Of course, her husband Frank, who's
Lucky man.
hung like a horse apparently.
Yeah.
Because hung like a horse means, big heart.
Big heart.
Big heart. So, Margie calling back in. Again, the drunk dial line open if anybody else would like to call in with their, we can talk casseroles. We can talk cheese. Your St. Patty's Day plans. What you drinking? Let us know. I don't even think, did we actually get into what we were drinking? We're trying this beer.
We kind of did, but we were pleasantly
713 678 0070. Well, I'll tell you what, let's talk about what we're drinking. I'll do the intro again because, why not, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine.
Again?
Here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
All right, so we started out with the Raging Cajun.
Yes.
What style is this?
Okay. So it is just listed here as, hold on. Just
right there, talking to your mic there, Chris.
Sorry.
There you go.
All right. It is genuine Louisiana ale.
Okay. And the
And
style
was
a blonde? Pale ale? Blonde pale ale?
It just says Louisiana ale on it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you could tell me what kind of style it is.
Let me see it. Let's see. It's got a nice hop presence. Bayou Teche. So I was thinking Lafayette, but Bayou Teche.
That's a Bayou Teche beer?
Mm-hmm. Bayou Teche Brewing in Arnaudville. Yep, Louisiana. Now, I've had quite a few of the Bayou Teche beers. Let's see, a genuine Louisiana beer. I don't see. We'll have to look up more description. But it's got a nice hop presence, easy drinking.
It's genuinely empty.
Mm-hmm. This would be a good crawfish beer.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, this would be a good crawfish beer. Maybe I made jambalaya this past weekend.
Oh.
Be a good jambalaya beer too. It would, because hops accentuate spicy, right? So you could get a little spice, but it wouldn't be overly done. Like even like Catherine levels of spice, low level spice. She would probably enjoy this one. This is a good one. I need to get over to Louisiana is what we need to do. We need to do a road trip.
I agree.
Do some.
I'd say first we need to do an Austin road trip.
Yeah, we got to get it. We got to move around Texas, but Louisiana, it's not that far. Anyway, so let's do the close real quick so we can do it again because since it's just the two of us. Oh, and I have a story about Louisiana. Hold on.
All right.
This has been another installment of
What you drinking?
Be sure to listen next time right here on Liquid Lunch.
Boom. All right, here we go. Here's a story. You ready?
I am always ready.
Okay. This is out of, I keep seeing Margie sent us a picture, and I just opened it up, and there was Margie's picture right there. She's a lovely gal. Lovely gal.
Very lovely.
All right. So this one is actually out of Lafayette, Louisiana. And I found this story this morning. From the Lafayette Police, the Daily Camera reported Mitchell Byers. He's a staff writer for the Daily Camera. All right. Headline is, Lafayette woman punched paramedic after craft beer and vanilla extract. And a 28-year-old woman was arrested by Lafayette police over the weekend when she reportedly got drunk on 8 ounces of vanilla extract and a beer and then punched a paramedic in the nose while he was trying to treat her. Sarah Valeriano, these Louisiana names, of Alliance is facing charges of second-degree assault, resisting arrest, and obstructing a peace officer. According to an arrest affidavit, police were called to an apartment in the 1400 block of in Lafayette for a disturbance. Officers arrived and found Valeriano, banging on the walls of the apartment. Officers said Valeriano appeared to be very intoxicated and was unsteady on her feet and had wet the bed.
Oh.
There's that.
Sweet.
The person who called the police said Valeriano drank 8 ounces of vanilla extract and a fat tire beer. Pure vanilla extract has a minimum of 35% alcohol, and that's from the U.S. Food and Drug Administrators. And so the police came over, said, "Hey, what's going on?" She was examined, and she punched the paramedic in the nose when
Well,
we tried to take her to the medical center. And
He
then
was
now
probably
she's
trying
in,
to take her vanilla.
maybe. Well, she already drank it. And then she was booked in the Boulder County Jail. She pleaded guilty to resisting arrest and theft in a 2014 case out of Longmont and was sentenced to 18 months of probation. So stand up, citizen of the community.
Yeah.
I wonder if there she is. Not a bad looking gal. Is that gonna? No, it's too.
You
There
can-
she is, sort of. There she is.
Oh,
That's
no, she's
the.
not bad.
No, she's cute.
Yeah.
Put a couple
I'd
couple
take-
ounces of.
I'd take her on a Tinder date.
Yeah, put a couple ounces of vanilla extract in her, and she's good to go. But yeah, it's a lot of alcohol in that.
I had no idea you could get drunk off vanilla extract.
You didn't know there's alcohol in it?
No.
Yeah, there's alcohol in it.
Well, I know that now.
So anyway, watch yourself.
I've got a bunch of extra bottles at home.
Yeah, you use a lot of that in your pies, right?
Yeah, but like
It cooks
one
out.
or two tablespoons.
Yeah, and it
at a
cooks out. The
time.
alcohol cooks out mostly. So
Yeah.
interesting things out of
I
Louisiana today.
don't try to down 8 ounces of it.
Hold on. Talk for 2 seconds while I down these last 2 ounces of this beer.
All right. Well, we got another beer.
Which one are we going? Let's go Texas.
Yeah, let's go this one.
Okay.
All right. So this one right here.
Boom.
My brother recently went to the hill country,
Yes.
and he brought me back a 6-pack of Twisted X Austin Lager.
Oh, so okay.
I've never had a Twisted X before. Well, before yesterday.
Yeah, they've let's see, they've been around. I think 4 years. Right out there in the hill country, west of Austin, west and southwest of Austin. I think
Yeah, they're close to.
they're not in Dripping Springs, are they? No.
I don't know.
What does it? What does it say on the can?
Oh yeah. Dripping Springs.
There you go.
Dripping Springs, Texas.
Yes. So yes, let's see. I've had some, but it's been long enough to where I need to have more. So which one is this? This is the Austin Lager.
This is the Austin Lager.
So 2 weeks ago, we had Catherine's first beer was the San Antonio Lager,
Yeah.
and now we're having the Austin Lager.
We should compare these two.
We
Austin Lager
we should put them,
versus-
and there needs to be a Houston Lager. There's not really a Houston Lager,
Well-
not named. There's lagers in Houston, but there's not a Houston Lager.
Well, somebody needs to be the first out there to come up with Houston Lager.
Well, it seems like somebody needs to do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be somebody's. But let's try it. It should be crisp, light bodied. What does the can say? Any descriptors?
It says Hill Country Crafted.
Okay, that's it. I like the understated look. That seems to be kind of the
Pilsner
go-to.
hop, Pilsner malt, and German hops.
So like a single malt, single hop lager.
Yeah.
I like that.
German inspired lager.
That's good. It's crisp. Can anybody tell me why the websites for the breweries say, "Are you over 21?" Anybody on Facebook or anywhere else?
Well, I mean, it's the same with like porn sites.
Is it?
Yeah, they just want to say, "Are you over 21?" And anybody who looks at them is not going to say, "Oh."
Do you
no,
have
I'm
to
not."
be over 21 to go on a porn site? I
Or
mean,
no, they say it's 18.
Yeah.
Sorry.
okay. So here's Austin Lager. That's going down a weird road.
Yeah.
Let's
We'll
find-
go ahead and stop right there.
Yeah, let's find out more about this. German-inspired lager made with Pilsner malt and select German hops, but they don't say which hops. Oh, let's see if there's more of a description. Come on, internet. What do you think? I like it.
Good.
Yeah, this is one of those porch pounders, hot day.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. ABV. Ooh, I like the way it creeps up.
Inter-
5.2.
Inner tubing down the river.
Yep. SRM of 2,
Austin
which means it's a
lagers.
very light colored. IBU's 20. So if you're not a hop head, and this would be a good entry level beer as well if you're used to the macros. If you're looking to initiate
Yeah.
somebody, let's check that
Good.
out. So
Def-
SRM color, right?
Yeah, definitely put this on our new beers list.
I like that.
I'm always trying to recruit people.
There you go. There you
This
go.
This is definitely one I'd give him.
Mm-hmm. So characteristics of a lager: light-bodied, well, typically, and clearer, typically. As opposed to like a Southern Star Bombshell Blonde, which is clarity's overrated. It's cloudy.
Mm-hmm.
Lagers are going to be clearer. So, all right, I like that. Austin Lager. We have Austin Lager, San Antonio Lager. Come on, Houston. Is there a Dallas
Houston.
Lager? Does anybody know of a Dallas Lager? I don't know. We'll find out.
We should. All the huge metroplexes should have their own
Is there
lager.
a Midland Lager? Lubbock Lager? Is there a Beaumont Lager? I don't know. Would you drink it?
I don't even think there's a brewery in Beaumont.
There, maybe. I think there is.
I know
Probably.
there's a couple outside of Beaumont. but
Yeah, well, in the
actually
area, the Golden Triangle,
yeah.
Golden Triangle area.
Nature's Brewery, I believe.
Yes. All right. Well, let's. We're gonna read more up on Dallas Lager, if there is one, and we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back on the backside of this break to do more of this show that we're doing called Liquid Lunch. So everybody stick around. More of our St. Paddy's Day special edition, and we're super prideful of all of our
I'm proud of it.
St. Paddy's Day stuff. All right, stick around.
Hey, this is Texas historical icon Sam Houston, and I want to tell you all about the crawfish boils going on all throughout the month of March at Texian Brewing Company. That's right, the power of crawfish are coming to Texian. Do you know how powerful crawfish can be? They're so powerful, if Santa Ana had been boiling up a big old pot of mud bugs when we came upon them at San Jacinto, well, we'd be talking about the crawfish boil at Mexian Brewing Company. Comprende, por favor? Get your tickets by going to liquidlunchshow.com/crawfish, and we'll see you out there every Saturday during March at Texian Brewing Company, making history one pint at a time.
Liquid Lunch is sponsored by Barbacoa Apparel. Barbacoa Apparel is a San Antonio-based independent clothing line that caters to Texans and Texans at heart. To find out more about Barbacoa Apparel or to buy your favorite taco tea, go to barbacoaapparel.com.
Liquid Lunch is brought to you by No Label Brewing Company, the brewery by the Silos in Katy, Texas, bringing you such beers as First Street Blonde Ale, El Jefe, Hefeweizen, 11 Amp IPA, Ridgeback Amber Ale, and Pale Horse Pale Ale. As the seasons change, so do their seasonal offerings, Black Widow, Elda M, Don Jalapeno, and of course, Forbidden Lavender. And then don't forget those off-label brews, so good. Perpetual Peace. It'll change your life. No Label Brewing Company in Katy, Texas. Join them in the tap room Monday through Friday, 3 to 10. Sundays, 12 to 6.
Don't forget the Saturday tour and tasting, kid and dog friendly. 12 to 3, Saturday.
Or anywhere finer Texas craft beer is sold. No Label Brewing Company, Katy, Texas. Proud sponsor of Liquid Lunch.
Hey, this is Kennedy. How's everybody doing today? Okay, I don't really flow, but I'll try. All right, hey, this is Kennedy coming up next week on Liquid Lunch. We have generic beer and generic other stuff. Hey, this is Kennedy coming up next week on Liquid Lunch. More cool craft beer talk. We have a lovely hostess. Her name is Catherine. She'll blow your socks off.
You can't say she's gonna blow your socks off.
Hey, this is Kennedy coming up next week on Liquid Lunch. More of the cool craft beer talk. Lovely hostesses. And me, of course. I don't know. I can't do this, man. Listen next week, liquidlunchshow.com.
Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey, drink beer every day.
And now, a quick word for Cruising Cooler. Cruising Cooler, it's a motorized cooler. You sit on it, you ride around, you put your beer inside, and you go make friends. That's what Cruising Cooler is. Cruising Cooler is a motorized cooler. These things will go up to 14 miles an hour. You can get up to 6 hours of ride time on a single charge. They will hold a case of beer. It will hold 2 more cases for a grand total of 3 cases if you get the Cooligan add-on trailer cooler. You have cool aftermarket products like a seat, lights, speakers, the whole deal. To get more details, to purchase one of your own from a Houston, Texas company, that's right, Cruising Cooler, all made right here in Houston, Texas, go to liquidlunchshow.com/cooler for more details and to order yours today. Cruising Cooler, it doesn't get any cooler than that.
Do you love craft beer? Do you love to laugh? Then you'll love me. I mean, who doesn't? I'm Catherine Contreras, and I'm the host of the She's Crafty podcast, a comedy and craft beer show taped in San Antonio, Texas, home of the Alamo, breakfast tacos, and some of the best craft beer in the Lone Star State. You can download the She's Crafty podcast on iTunes, Google Play, and just about anywhere you find badass podcasts. Or just go to our website, shescraftypodcast.com.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for listening to Liquid Lunch. This is Josh here. We're on location at Holler Brewing, recording episode 130 with John and Catherine Holler of Holler Brewing, hollerbeer.com. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hey, Josh. How's it going?
It's going great.
Can I just compliment you and say it was an excellent episode that we just recorded?
Thank you very much. Yes, you can.
Where can people get your beer?
They can get it here at the brewery. It's the best place to drink it. You can get it fresh from the tanks. It's at Holler Brewing, 2206 Edwards Street in Houston, Texas.
Excellent. And are y'all anywhere? Any other locations?
We are in about a dozen bars and restaurants around town.
Okay.
Some of them that I know have our beer on right now would be Southern Goods. You can pick up a growler at Premium Draft in the Heights.
Nice.
Good Dog
Good
as well.
Dog
Ooh, Good
Heights.
Dog. That's a great place.
And Underdogs as well.
Yeah.
And Armadillo Palace.
Perfect. All right. So you heard it here first. Listen to episode 130 Winter Brews for Holler Brewing, Catherine and John Holler. Guys, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You're the best.
No, you're
Now-
the best.
Thanks. Back to Liquid Lunch, everybody. Thanks for listening to Interbrews.
The way they do my life, made me wanna holler. The way they do. This is Interbrews.
You're telling me that
Their
I was
bladder.
looking at something other than that huge penis in that picture?
Coming soon.
Rough Diamond Brewing, Sunset Lager.
They just opened, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Do you need more music?
You can sing if you want.
Ooh,
Copperhead.
Copperhead in Conroe Striker
Yeah,
IPA is good.
really like that
Kangaroo
label.
Killer. Kangaroo Killer. Is that it?
That was it.
Oh, that was abrupt. Welcome back, everybody, to Liquid Lunch. It's Thursdays, midday. Live craft beer show. The only one like it anywhere in
The world.
Is it like in the world, you think?
We're gonna say that.
In Texas, at least. Midday. Here in Houston and here in San Antonio when Catherine's on, and Dallas and Fort Worth. Like, was it 2 weeks ago? Last week we had on, what was last week was Andrew from Austin.
Yeah.
Andrew Schwab. And the week before that was Craig Mikoski from Rar & Sons and
Yes.
Kelly Meyer from New Braunfels Brewing Company. And if you would like to hear any of those episodes, we stream them out live pretty much every day. I say pretty much because sometimes I forget. But I try to stream out the audio every day. Past shows, best of Interbrews, awesome interviews with everybody around. And also She's Crafty, best of She's Crafty as well. Speaking of She's Crafty, last week I failed to mention it. But Catherine's getting ready. She's getting ready to do her third season of She's Crafty podcast. So if you are in the San Antonio area or will be in the San Antonio area coming up in the next little bit, I don't know, message her on either Facebook or Twitter or something, or Instagram. But she is looking for interviews for She's Crafty podcast season 3. And you should get down on that because she has a huge audience and that's an awesome podcast.
Do you think she'd want to interview me for her podcast?
Are you going to be in San Antonio?
I could be.
If you were going to be in San Antonio, yes, you must crash a show.
I would crash the show. I don't think she'd want me to crash the show.
You know what? Catherine's so nice. She might not say it right to your face, like don't
True.
come. But you may get edited out.
No, I feel like she would say something to my face.
Yeah, to you, she probably would.
Yeah.
Right after the bear mace.
Yeah. No, I've never met her in person yet, and I bet she would bear mace me within 5 seconds.
It's kind of the initial reaction most people have.
Yeah, it is. It's weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
I know.
If I had not met you at work and didn't have my bear mace on me, I would have bear maced you right then and there.
Like, where do you even get bear mace?
The Bear Mace store.
The Bear Mace store?
Camping goods.
Oh.
Academy, I'm sure. Not a sponsor, but they could be Academy.
Yeah.
Right store, right price.
Yeah.
If you sponsor our show, we could say that a lot. Bear Mace.
You just said it for free.
I did. That's a tidbit, a little taste. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Anybody on Facebook today? I hadn't even been able to. I got distracted. Wanted to make sure I tweeted out that we were.
Well, we have
drinking
Nurse Luke is watching on YouTube.
Oh, hey, Luke. Luke from down in the valley. Luke Gonzalez. He's a good guy. One of the best. One of the good ones. Let's see. What else were we talking about today? So we were drinking Austin Lager.
Yeah.
We have other beers on the table too, right?
We have a lot of beers on the table today.
Real quick, before we get too far afoot, I want to make sure I mention, tomorrow is St. Paddy's Day, right?
Yeah.
And all the time when you go to bars, especially more less, not just craft-oriented bars, but are a little more, they have a bro element to them especially.
Yes.
You have green beer for St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to green beer necessarily, if it's good beer. So what are your thoughts, people? You can actually, if you want to call in, 713-678-0070, should anybody want to weigh in on this whole green beer thing. But the problem with green beer, Kennedy, we were discussing this during the break. One of the things is the fact that it's just bad beer, right? So usually it's like Bud Light or Miller Lite, colored green.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering. Like, is green beer lame? Because every time I've seen it or even had it before, it's always been, crappy beer.
Yeah. I think it's coming back. I think the fact that it's green, why not, right? It's a challenge. So one, there's been craft breweries that have tried to make green beer like organically. As far as like making a beer that actually turns out green. So I know Dogfish Head tried to make one with algae that turned out to taste like it was made with algae. So it tasted like a fish tank, right?
Yeah.
Well, yes, you can make a green beer. You just might not want to drink that particular green beer. I know B52 in Conroe, right there off of 105. Shout out to B52, who are making some killer beers, are going to be having some green beer at their event, I believe, tomorrow. Do we have that on the Hoppy Happenings that we're going to talk? I don't want to spoil it. So that's one. Okay, so there. Good, I'm not spoiling it.
The problem is there's so many.
A lot.
Every brewery, I would say more breweries in Texas than not are having special St. Paddy's Day celebrations.
It's really just a good excuse to have good beer.
Yeah.
If you need one. I don't know that you need one, but it's just an added bonus.
It's an excuse to say, hey, honey, it's St. Paddy's Day. I'm going to go out and have a beer tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I would think, speaking of honey, and they use a lot of honey in ciders, I'm thinking that you could probably do a green cider, like with green apples. Well, even though the apples themselves would not turn, a green apple wouldn't turn a cider green. What's a green fruit? Like a kiwi, maybe?
Yeah.
Or, I don't know.
There's a lime, but that's not going to turn it green.
That's true. I don't know, but even if you use somehow green food coloring, right?
It would be limey.
Limey, yeah. That's not an Irish term. That's like a
English?
No. Limey?
Yes.
That's like Jamaican. Right?
No, the sailors used to call each other limeys.
Like limey bastard?
Yeah.
Is that English?
Yeah. It's because they had limes on the ships back then to prevent it from getting rickets.
I thought it was scurvy.
It could be scurvy, whatever.
What's the difference between, what is rickets? And how does it different from scurvy?
Rickets is what makes your legs go sideways.
What does scurvy do? It just makes your teeth fall out, right? It's a vitamin C deficiency.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so I think you're right with the scurvy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty.
Maybe not rickets.
I'm pretty wise on my the whole scurvy thing. I've got that under control. So
isn't scurvy under control everywhere?
Not.
Does anybody get scurvy anymore?
They could. Hey, James Carlisle is watching. I just saw on Facebook where James Carlisle, now brewer at Whole Foods Brewing Company down on Post Oak, former Texas home brewers, but now Whole Foods Brewing Company,
moving up in the world.
Yeah, we're gonna be setting a time to go do an Interbrews interview, and maybe if the internet gods allow, and Dave Homer allows, and just because they get so busy at lunchtime, we might do a live show from down there.
There'd be a lot of people there. That'd be a cool.
Have you been to that one yet?
Whole Foods?
Yeah, the Whole Foods on Post Oak with the brewery.
No, I tend to avoid Whole Foods.
No, this is worth going to because, one, James Carlisle, Dave Omer, brewery.
For that reason alone.
And then
I'd go see James.
yeah, no, and then Dave, awesome dude, and then also fantastic food. You know, basically anything you could want to eat, but then so much good beer, and it's just a cool place, and great people watching, and awesome cars down in that area, like $100,000 cars pulling up next to my beat up $2,000 Mitsubishi Galant. So yeah, there's that.
Whatever, man.
So,
your car gets you around.
It does get me around. It gets me down to Post Oak to the Whole Foods Brewing Company.
I mean, why do you want to buy a new car?
I don't. I didn't say I did. I'm saying I get to look at others and talent, lots of talent.
All right.
So
can I do this? I want to do an experiment.
Are you gonna do a green beer?
So I brought food coloring,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess we're on the same page here about green beers usually suck because they're crappy beer. So what happens if we do a good green beer?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I don't.
I wish
I'm a little nervous, but I'm down.
Okay, let's try it. While you're doing that, I got
go ahead.
3 different beers. Okay, I'm saying the beer that you would probably want to add to your how many
I
drops?
would say
I go 3.
3 drops. I was gonna go 2.
Okay, go 2.
I'll do 3.
You know what? It almost looks like a Berliner when you add the Woodruff syrup.
All right.
Kind
so
of a
there's
green look.
food coloring. Food coloring won't kill you, right?
No,
It doesn't make you sick, right?
Probably not.
Well, do you think I'll like pea green or poop green?
If you're lucky.
Oh yeah.
Are you going to do the Twisted X? You can do Twisted X.
We haven't talked about
Community.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hellas.
I think the Hellas would be a good. It's nice light beer.
Yeah, nice light colored beer.
I hope
lager.
these guys don't get mad at us for making green beer. Other beer.
I'm sure they're fine.
Nah.
Sure they're fine.
All right.
Fine. That was gifted to me from my buddy Greg. So thanks, Greg.
Thanks,
now we're
Greg.
going to see how green will it be.
Oh.
Okay, so the CO2 helps make. Now it's just kind of pale, grassy.
Oh, yeah, we need way more than 3.
Yeah.
That.
But you put 3 in?
I put 3 drops. We're gonna need like 10 drops.
Yeah,
or
let's see.
something.
Fill it up. Let's see.
All right.
Just for an experiment, and if I need to grab it and drink it, I'll do that. I want to say hey to Jeff. Jeff sent me a link to this week about we were talking about durian fruit on our episode with Southern Star.
It's funny. I got a story about durian.
Well, they made cider with durian.
What?
Yeah, these guys on the internet.
Oh.
I'll post the link in the show notes when we post this as a podcast, which you can currently go to the website, click on the podcast link, and most of our past shows right now, you can listen to all the undated stuff and just listen to it in podcast form. Soon to be on iTunes and Stitcher.
All right. So this is about...
How many drops is that?
This is like 7 drops.
That's 7 drops.
Yeah, and it's only like half a beer. So imagine how much food coloring they put in like the bars and stuff.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so if there's... Let's think about this. In a keg... So in a keg, there's 150 beers, right? Does it change the flavor?
Hold on.
You didn't try it before, though, so we don't know. Shouldn't. Theoretically, it should not.
I've had it.
Can you taste? I don't know.
No, I can't. Oh.
It's good, though, right?
Yeah. This is a good beer.
That's a pretty good endorsement for Community's Texas
This
Hellas.
is a good beer. Green or not.
You made Kennedy go all,
Yeah.
It's the reaction that you can't hold back. Yeah. Jeff wants to know who's making the Houston Lager. That's the big question that's on the table.
So, green beer. Yay.
Yeah. So, doesn't change the flavor.
Doesn't change the flavor.
Or at least not noticeably.
No. Well, I don't have the refined palate that you have.
That's true. And I'm not drinking after you. Just drink that one down.
I wouldn't ask you to, but what we do have
is more
food coloring.
Well, give me a beer that I've tried before. So either the Twisted X,
you
which
try
I had.
The Twisted X?
Well, I had that before. See, that's Zilker. That's an IPA. All right, real quick, before we start opening all these others, if you don't want to get down on some green beer, there's a lot more options. And so these are.
Do you want to go through the story here?
Which one?
About the 3 beers.
The story?
Yeah. Remember, you had these 3 beers that I'm doing this with.
Oh yes,
There's a story behind them.
Well, the story is I bought all 3 of them this weekend.
Oh.
I made jambalaya. I had some family over. Made jambalaya. I wanted to get a bunch of stuff that'd be good with spicy jambalaya. So I got some hoppy, over the top, stuff that would cut through, and then some less hoppy, and then malty. And the reason that I think the 3 of these would be great St. Patrick's Day beers. One, conspiracy theory from Southern Star. Look at that. It's green.
It's green.
It's green. and why not? And it's delicious. And hops are green.
Yes.
So it all goes, right?
Yeah.
So now we're in the spring, right?
Yes. In the spring. So.
And bluebonnets. Bluebonnets are very close. Part of them are green. The stems are green. And it's just an awesome beer. I love Springbok. So if you're not down on the hoppy, go with the malty, the Springbok.
Like Springbok is everywhere. It's like a nice surprise when you go to some places you don't think will have good beers.
Yeah, they'll have the seasonal from St. Arnold.
And you find Springbok.
Current seasonal from our friends
like,
at St. Arnold.
Score.
Love that beer.
Yeah.
Caleb Wilson just joined on from Texas, and I'll be seeing you on Saturday, my friend.
Hey, Caleb.
All right, and then St. Arnold's newest. Is it their newest? Actually, you know what? Now it's not the newest. Now that they got the new Icon Green coming out. But this pub crawl ale, in Ireland, they have lots of pubs. And so why not? I would say that's a good St. Patrick's Day beer. If you're going to be at the pub on tomorrow on St. Patty's Day.
Have all three.
Have all three. And tell me what you think. I really like the pub crawl. It's very bright. It's very bright, like, bright beer. All right, hand me that Twisted X. Which one is that?
So we have a Twisted X. Here's another Louisiana beer.
Oh, that your girl brought you.
Yes.
Tin Roof. I have one of their IPAs in
Tin Roof.
Perfect
10 Amber Ale.
Amber Ale.
You think green beer would be good in amber ale?
It'd be tough to make it green. It's a dark beer. It'd be tough. You got to go with a Helles, Pilsner, Blonde Ale. Maybe even you could do a Hefeweizen, I suppose. That would kind of throw you off. Green bananas.
What about that Ridgeback we have over there?
Ridgeback would be tough to make green because it's, again, dark.
All right, so we'll go with
just physics and light.
Yeah, you want me to hook you up with the green beer?
Yeah, give me some green,
right.
and then surprise me. Yeah, go with the. Is there more of the community left?
There's less than half.
Okay,
hold on.
That's fine. That'll work. Oh no, I hadn't got to try it.
Oh, so you want to try it with the community?
Yeah.
All right.
Caleb Wilson joined. He was on. He might have left now, but anyway, we'll be down there at Texian Brewing Company on Saturday. They're having their crawfish days, as you heard during the break. Their crawfish sessions every Saturday in the month of March, and so we'll be down there eating lots of crawfish. If you want to come say hi, if you're there, feel free. I'll shake your hand. It'll be covered in crawfish goo, but maybe a fist bump. Uh-oh. I was like, okay, so that's a pretty strong food coloring to beer.
That's a good green beer.
That looks like post mowing the lawn, like bottom of your shoes color green. That's what that looks like to me. Still tastes like beer.
Yeah.
Still tastes like a Helles. Helles is a great style.
It is.
Is there any style that's not great? I don't know. I love them all. Love every style.
Some I don't really like, but
styles you don't like?
Yeah.
That's fine. You got to know what you like. All right, I tell you what. Let's take one last quick break, and we'll come back on the backside, and we'll discuss some things coming up. But happy to say, Paddy, that I tried to do a Irish.
I haven't tried one all day because there's no way.
And it didn't sound like that at all. I don't even know what that sounded like, so I'm going to not. Anyway, everybody, thanks. Liquid Lunch. We'll be right back after the break.
We haven't talked about Lucky Charms today yet.
Have we not?
No.
Oh.
St. Patty's Day, and no one said anything about.
They're always after me, Lucky Charms?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, everybody, for listening on Mixler. A lot of people listen on Mixler. All right, we'll be right back. Liquid Lunch, Texas is live, midday craft beer show. Whoop.
Hey, this is Texas historical icon Sam Houston, and I want to tell you all about the crawfish boils going on all throughout the month of March at Texian Brewing Company. That's right, the power of crawfish are coming to Texian. Do you know how powerful crawfish can be? They're so powerful, if Santa Ana had been boiling up a big old pot of mud bugs when we came upon them at San Jacinto, well, we'd be talking about the crawfish boil at Mexian Brewing Company. Comprende, por favor? Get your tickets by going to liquidlunchshow.com/crawfish, and we'll see you out there every Saturday during March at Texian Brewing Company, making history one pint at a time.
Liquid Lunch is sponsored by Barbacoa Apparel. Barbacoa Apparel is a San Antonio-based independent clothing line that caters to Texans and Texans at heart. To find out more about Barbacoa Apparel or to buy your favorite taco tea, go to barbacoaapparel.com.
Liquid Lunch is brought to you by No Label Brewing Company, the brewery by the Silos in Katy, Texas, bringing you such beers as First Street Blonde Ale, El Jefe, Hefeweizen, 11 Amp IPA, Ridgeback Amber Ale, and Pale Horse Pale Ale. As the seasons change, so do their seasonal offerings, Black Widow, El de M, Don Jalapeno, and of course, Forbidden Lavender. And then don't forget those off-label brews, so good. Perpetual Peace
It'll change your life.
No Label Brewing Company in Katy, Texas. Join them in the tap room Monday through Friday, 3 to 10. Sundays, 12 to 6.
Don't forget the Saturday tour and tasting. Kid and dog friendly. 12 to 3 Saturday.
Or anywhere finer Texas craft beer is sold. No Label Brewing Company, Katy, Texas. Proud sponsor of Liquid Lunch.
Hopefully everybody's enjoying me.
Liquid Lunch. Yeah. Oh, we got more labels? Coming soon. Spawn. Yes.
Yes, that's suggested.
Yes, it is. Fair Voyage. Galveston Tiki Wheat. Look at that.
There's a few of them. There's actually 3 of them.
Is there? Ooh, Citramello. Yeah, we did Interbrews.
And our friends at Freetown.
Oh, look at that, Scott. Cerveza Blonde. I like that. A lot of good beer coming out. We're so blessed to be in Texas. Caleb's back.
Lots of choices.
Preston Brown from the Grain Cellar in
Preston.
Humble. And you can go back and listen to his episode. What was that, like 10 episodes ago? Has it been that long?
I don't remember. It's on our YouTube channel.
It is. Yeah, all of our episodes available on an fabulous HD on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Right there, Liquid Lunch channel.
I try to
YouTube
get
channel.
these on as soon as I can.
Mm-hmm. And then you can also listen to all the wonderful audio right here on liquidlunchshow.com. Pretty much immediately following the show, I try to post that and listen to it on your own. And then we also have the podcast versions coming soon to your favorite podcast site. We ready to get into Hoppy Happenings? Lots of stuff going on here in the great state of Texas.
Yeah, so first of all, I'm going to say that, like I said before, there are so many events going on tomorrow, Friday.
Yes.
Everyone, like every brewery is having a,
something.
St. Paddy's Day celebration of some sort. So just go to your favorite brewery's website and you'll find all the details there.
Yes.
All right. So, but as far as our Hoppy Happenings today, all right, I'm going to start off with this one.
Hit it.
All right.
I can't believe it's already been a year.
Backfish Brewery, 1 year.
Really? All right.
Yeah. So
Goodness. Backfish.
it's a whole weekend.
Where's the time
event.
gone?
Whole weekend event.
All right.
March 17th through 19th.
Hey, Linda. Linda just jumped on. Hey, Linda.
1 year anniversary. Friday, food will be sponsored by Twisted Catfish.
Ooh, love me some catfish.
Saturday, Willie Street Tacos.
Mm-hmm.
And Sunday, Pounders Food Truck.
Okay.
Pounders Food Truck.
Nice.
It's a cool name.
I can't believe it's been a year, Backfish. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
But we need to get them on Interbrews. We need to get them on the show. We need to get them on the
I've never
show.
had any of the Backfish beer.
Pearland.
There's so many beers to drink that I haven't had yet.
Mm-hmm. So many good beers.
And here's a big one right here.
Go. Boom. Fourth annual celebration.
A beer.
Has it really been 4 years? Again, 4 years already.
Yeah.
Eighth wonder.
Yeah.
How time flies. You're already getting ready to go into. You're already in preschool.
I really want to go to this one. I don't think I'll make it though. But Eighth Wonder is probably the brewery I go to the most.
Why is that? Location?
Location, convenience. It's open late.
You're a night owl.
So a lot of times, hey, let's meet at. Want to go to a brewery? It's Friday evening, Saturday evening, something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of them are closed. Eighth Wonder's not.
There you go.
Yeah.
Eighth Wonder. Thanks for staying up late with Kennedy.
Yeah. Thank you.
There you go. What else you got?
All right. So if you're up in the Austin area, this is kind of a must.
Mm-hmm.
At least for me, it is.
Yep. That's a biggie right there. Jester King and their new shipment of Cantillon. The only place to get it anywhere close.
And I would at $21 for a classic. Oh, I can't ever say this word.
Goose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how they pronounce it over in the motherland?
Yeah. So $21, not a bad deal for that.
Yeah.
Like if I had these bottles right in front of me, I'd gladly pay $21, $25 for them.
Yeah. I wish I was in Austin this weekend. Well, you know what? I wish there was two of me is what I wish. I've already mentioned I'm going to be at Texian on Saturday eating some crawfish. So, but this would be a cool place too. The weather's supposed to be pretty awesome too.
If anyone is in Austin and wants to pick me up a bottle, I'll pay him back. I'll pay you back.
Plus a shipping fee or a muling fee. You got to.
Yeah.
It's Austin. They have to truck it all the way back to.
Well, anybody from here is happy to be in Austin and wants to
Yeah.
hook me up, I'll be your best friend.
There you go. Well, there's that. What else we got? Let's see. How do you pronounce it? I want to see how you pronounce this next one.
All right. Have I been pronouncing this wrong the whole time?
How do you pronounce it?
Adelberts?
That's it. Yeah.
You mean, I got it right?
You got it right. Most people are Adelberts.
Adelberts.
But yeah, it's you got to think the singer and the guy from Sesame Street. Adelberts.
What? Oh.
Sarah and the gang.
Yeah, all day long music show.
Yeah. I love that brewery. They have some really good beers.
1 p.m. to 10 p.m.
They're Tripel. Anyway, Tripel, whatever however you pronounce the style, however you prefer to pronounce it. It's up there in the whole echelon of.
I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah, good, very professional.
Yeah.
Call the drunk dial line if you'd like to 713-678-0070.
Yeah, this was like a fun festival. I guess if you don't want to, South by Southwest is going on this weekend in Austin.
Oh.
We haven't mentioned that. So yeah, if
a lot of traffic.
If you want to break, get away from the downtown mess.
Yeah.
Head over to Delfest 2017.
Yeah, there you go. That's Del. There's his picture right there.
All right.
What else we got?
Infamous. I recently had my first Infamous beer.
Yep.
It was infamous.
There you go.
Hijack. Oh yeah,
Is that their? That's not the cream ale, is it?
Yeah, it's their.
Is that the cream ale?
It's called like untraditional cream ale or something.
Yeah, we drink that a lot in the pool when we go to Round Rock.
That one made me grunt and groan.
Yeah. What else we got?
All right, so a couple of grand openings.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yay! This High Sign Brewery
in Bastrop.
No, it's in Austin.
On
it's
Bastrop
Highway.
Oh.
Grand opening March 18th, this Saturday.
Okay.
And crawfish boil.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Congratulations. I'd like to promote everyone who's opening a new brewery here.
Yeah. What does Ubuntu mean? We have to get into that.
Oh yeah, Ubuntu. I think. Oh, what did I read? That is the company that's catering to them.
Oh.
I think it might be Greek food.
Oh.
Something I remember.
Okay.
Let me see.
High Sign. Holler at us.
Yeah. So.
Congratulations.
And then finally, another grand opening.
Boom. In Rockwall, Dallas area.
Dallas area, yes.
Yeah. Hemisphere
Brewing Company.
HBC.
Yeah.
Hemisphere Brewing Company in Rockwall, Texas. There you go.
All weekend long.
Excellent. Man, so many great breweries opening up. That's great.
This is a great weekend in brewery for beer.
I'm just
beer drinkers this weekend. Got it made.
I tell you what, I've mentioned it once. I'll mention it again. I will be at Texian on Saturday. We'll be eating some crawfish. Caleb, have a hose ready to wash me down when I'm done. I'm going to be drinking lots of good beer, eating probably my weight in crawfish, sucking those heads, whole nine, eating the tails. Love it. Can't wait. Like my mouth is watering. Tomorrow? What are you going to do tomorrow, Kennedy? You going to drink green beer tomorrow, or is this it?
Tomorrow night, I may be at No Label Brewery.
Yeah?
So if you want to come hang out with Kennedy.
What time are you going?
It'll be kind of late.
Okay.
I'll probably get there maybe around 9 or so.
That is late.
What time's it close?
I don't know. You should probably find that out before you go.
I think it.
All right.
Yeah, I'll find that out. But I can't get. I got other obligations.
You got a date? Bring your date.
That's where I'm going.
Oh, that is your date?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Well, everybody shout at him. Be like, get you some, Kennedy. Woo! Anyway. All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening today. Another successful Liquid Lunch right here on Liquid Lunch. That's how that happens. We do Liquid Lunch on Liquid Lunch. Thanks, everybody, for listening, for watching, wherever you're at. Have a great St. Paddy's Day. Have a wonderful weekend. Catherine, we'll see you again next week. Get better. Perry, get better. Schomburg, he'll be back. Kennedy, excellent job as always. I'm Josh. Adios, everybody.